Evercoat Body Shop has the materials, tools, and know-how to make your project a success. And our 3 easy steps of prep, fill, and sand makes getting the results you want faster and easier. Remember, use gloves and a dust mask for safety. Evercoat Body Shop Pro-Grade Primer Surfacer performs on many substrates, including fiberglass, SMC, rigid plastics, metal, epoxy, and self-etch primers, and Evercoat Body Shop fillers and putties. Bare metal areas larger than 1 inch in diameter must be treated with a high-quality self-etch or epoxy primer first. This 2-component polyester primer surfacer has exceptional build, prevents repair bleed-through, and holds repairs in place for a professional quality finish. Let's start with the prep step. Sand the repair area with 180 to 220 grit sandpaper and feather edge with 320 grit. Remove the dust and ensure the surface is clean and free of dirt, oil, and grease. The next step is the fill step. Shake or stir the primer before mixing. To optimize the performance of the primer surfacer, it is important to mix the correct amount of primer with the correct amount of liquid hardener. 1 3/4 ounce tube of hardener will catalyze an entire quart of primer. If you only need to mix up a pint of product, only half of the tube will be needed. For this application, we will mix up a pint of product. Mix the catalyst into the primer thoroughly. Once mixed, you have 35 minutes at 75 degrees Fahrenheit to apply the primer surfacer. Using a primer gun, set up with a 1.7 to a 2.2 fluid nozzle. Fill the gun with a mixed primer surfacer. Hook the primer gun up to the air supply and adjust the air pressure to between 35 and 40 psi at the primer gun. Holding the primer gun 8 to 10 inches from the surface, apply 1 medium wet coat and allow 5 to 10 minutes for the solvents to flash. Apply 1 to 2 additional wet coats as needed, allowing 5 to 10 minutes of flash time between coats. Heavy wet coats should not be applied, especially over painted surfaces. Do not allow primer surfacer to remain in the primer gun for more than 30 minutes. Wash equipment with acetone, lacquer thinner, or a suitable spray gun cleaner. Approximate dry to sand time is 75 to 90 minutes at 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Sand is the final step. Sand the dried primer with 400 grit sandpaper, followed by 600 grit sandpaper. By following these 3 easy steps, your project is now ready for paint. If you have any questions, EvercoatBodyShop.com is a great place to get complete product information and access to customer service. Thanks for using Evercoat Body Shop.